Good morning. My name is George Kosch. I'm the CEO of Worldprofit. Thanks for joining us today for yet another workshop. Just to give you a background, well, before I give you the background, I got to tell you, our sales are through the roof. I got to say, it is summer, and we've already broken last year's record, which was a record, by the way. It shattered the one before. We've got the 28th, 29th, 30, we have 4 sales days left, and we've already shattered last year's record, so we're doing great. Anyways, we've been online now we're into our 27th year, so 26 plus years, online doing the same thing, hosting websites, domains, and it all started that way back in 93, 94. That was the way to go. Everybody knew it because you had companies coming online every day. Back then we had Netscape was our browser. Even before that we had Mosaic, which really was Netscape, took over that. And then to this day, Firefox, same thing. Incredible. What a run. And the reason that we've been around for so long is because we host websites, we host email, plugins. Business opportunity seekers come to us because we now teach them how to use sites that don't charge a lot of money to advertise on. Traffic exchanges, safe lists, mailers, classified ad boards. Our target market is being people that are just starting in business and want to either sell what we have as an affiliate, as a silver platinum member, or as an associate. That way they learn about business without a huge outpouring of money, which comes with franchises and things like that. We handle all the support, and that's why we're still here, and that's why we're doing so well. People come to us all the time, constantly, and my background is like most of you. I don't come from business at all. I came from the military. I was an instructor pilot on jet trainers in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. Same jets that our snowbird flying team flies. It was a great life. I enjoyed it. Got out after 10 years in, and started up as an entrepreneur. Found the internet right on time. Worked out great. Saw a future in it, and here we are. But more importantly, you're probably starting out. We have hundreds of people that have joined us in the last few months. And the common problem is somehow, some way, they don't start. The number one thing I get is, well, there's so many things here. And in actual fact, if you go through the instructions, there's really only one thing. Get yourself to lesson 3. Lesson 1 says go to lesson 2. Lesson 2 says to go to lesson 3. And you'll see a video there that gets you going, that starts the whole thing. I even decided to put a link right here that says start here. You see where you click on that? It says start here, and that takes you to lesson 1 to 3 video. So this covers everything. This gets you started in the program, and I don't need to go through it. It's all in the video. It's going to get you going in the program by saying that you need to do the steps that are outlined in the video, not just watch the video. Okay, so this is a different kind of video. It's a video that you watch and do. You can get your bonuses after you watch the video and you get started in the program. Those bonuses will make a lot more sense if you do the video and go through the process. Okay? We're here 7 days a week, 365. We're constantly here supporting all of you with your questions, issues, anything like that. That's our job. And that is probably one of the biggest reasons that we've been so successful, is because success is in support. If you support your members, they'll do great. Okay, so they have somewhere to go and somebody to communicate with. During the normal day, here in North America, Canada is where we're at. We get back to support tickets very quickly during the day hours. And in the night hours, we have our live business center, which has people, members, that can try to answer your questions. And if they can't, they'll send you to the support tab. And then you fill out a support ticket, let us know, and we'll get to you. The live business center is staffed by members, not people that are professionally trained as salespeople or anything like that. They're members, so they're going to do the best they can. Their primary role is to direct associates to watch our presentation on our program, on what we offer. The silver membership, the tools, it's all in the video presentation that I'm sure all of you watched. So that's what their job is to do. We urge you to use gmail.com for your email with us. The reason is, again, Hotmail, Yahoo, all these companies, they're really good with email, but they block business communication 1 out of every 2. If they see a $sign or they see any mention of, click this link to log in or anything, they usually flag them all. Whereas Gmail doesn't do that. They might put it in a spam folder, but you can whitelist us. Okay, you can say, allow all of this through, and it'll work. And I mean, we deal with companies. I have companies in my Gmail account that send me email. Huge companies like Amazon, Best Buy, like all these big companies, and they get flagged. I've even had Google Webmaster Tools email flagged as spam. I couldn't believe it. I should have took a screenshot. It was the most amazing thing. I'm like, this is from Google. And I said, this is suspicious. Really? It's from you. The proof of the program is you. You're here because you went through the process and your sponsor did the promotion that's in the video. Okay, so that's important to remember, that you're the result of the success of what we do. I'm going to actually talk about cloaking and tracking. So you're going to see a little bit of the ad tracker today in the workshop. I'm going to take you through that. And again, the cool tools on the top menu or on the advanced tab here are a great place to get some information. Cool tools right here on that right hand menu. There are a lot of things in here worth your time. The number one, JIT-bit auto text. There's an equivalent down here for people using Macintosh. Where is it? It's down here. Text expander for Mac. So if you're on a Mac, look at number 19. And if you're on a Windows machine, scroll up to JIT-bit auto text, because it allows you to save long phrases, URLs, ads that you would like to run from the ad examples as keystrokes. So, an example which I could just put into my notepad area here is AD11 turns into that. It's like magic. That's a subject line that I use when I'm advertising. And I call it AD11 for just ad 11, ad 22, AD22. There it is. There's the ad, which I just changed it so it works for me. And AD33 is the URL, the link. So it's good to have stuff like that through JIT-bit or the text expander. Postbox is a great program to just save you a whole bunch of hassles of having to log into 4 or 5 email accounts. Okay, it's there. These have a cost to them, and they're not software that we've created. They're just stuff that I use every day to make things go much better, much faster, more efficient promotion, which is huge. The link manager, I talked about that last week. And if you're thinking, oh, George just said last week, he talked about last week, where is it? Just click on Start here. That's your friend button there, or friendly link. Scroll down the page, and you can see the last 4 training workshops. If you have any trouble with the video, there's a source file right here that you can just click and download it onto your computer and watch it. Or you can just click on the go button here. Okay, you can watch these workshops. And if you want to see information all about them and everything like that, you can access all the training videos at Worldprofit Tube right up there. They're all there. Okay. You can even access all of my videos by clicking on this little YouTube icon there. Okay, that'll take you to our YouTube channel, and you can also see it in the message center too. There's a link to it, and I post every single week. I post into YouTube. That way, if you want a transcript of what I'm saying, it will be in there too with the videos. So it's really fantastic. There's complete access to the training without question. Are there any questions about that? Sandy Hunter is, just to re-emphasize this, if you're new to the training, don't be afraid to type in your question. Okay, and we answer all tech support issues. So if you're not getting an answer after a day, you did get an answer. It's in your spam folder or somewhere. You can also always log in, click on support. So if you go into the support area, you can look into see past support tickets, or if you're using the classic menu, just go to the support area. You can see all of the tickets in here. Their status is over here, and if you click on them, you can see if it was answered and you didn't get the email. Okay, so they're all right in there. Okay. So cloaking and tracking, what is that all about? Well, let's show you something here that's going to kind of probably surprise a lot of you. Is when you take a URL, okay, a www.whatever.com, and people go to it, you don't have any idea that people have gone to that URL, right? It just takes them to the site. So this is, let's call this the URL of whatever the site is. So this is a URL and people go to it, www.google.com or anything like that. The reason that you don't know what's going on over there is because, well, you don't have access to that page. You're sending people here, and maybe the owner of that page or that site gives you some tracking. But let's assume they don't. What do you do? Well, that's why we host your website. Because if you cloak the link that takes people here, what it'll do is the URL, this thing right here, we're not going to send them to that. We're going to send them to our www site, and through magic, it's going to bump them over here. And this will work with Google. It'll work with any site in existence. You can track it by, what we're going to do is we're going to send them to your website with a code. And the code is going to say, don't send them to my website, bump them over here. So it's going to be like a bounce effect. We're going to send them to our website with a little code, and our website's going to know that. And it's going to, oh, no problem, that's going off to that site. But why do that? Well, now we can track the click. Okay, we now know that somebody came through our cloaked and link that has tracking enabled. And it's easy to see how this works, because if you go into the cloaking area, okay, so cloak, mask, track, I just used every word I could think of. What happens is this link right here, for example, is the URL. Okay, so if I go back to my whiteboard, that's the URL, the JVZoo one. Okay, and I have no control over these links. But I'm going to send them to my website. See how it says georgekosch.com? That's my website. But you see this little code here, which who cares what it is? My website understands that code. So it's going to say, oh, that code came to my website, georgekosch.com, but through the secret of programming, bing, it goes over to here. But now I can verify the click. I can track where the click came from. I can do one other thing. Here's the secret. You give it a name, right? Because who knows what this gibberish is here, right? But I gave it a name. So when I go to my tracking program, it's going to say, this one got clicked. The reason for that is, say that I want to send a promotion to a classified ad board somewhere called John's Classifieds. So I want to say, okay, well, I'm going to send a link to one of my promotion sites. So I'm going to go add 33 just to have a URL in here. I'm going to just call it that. I'll take the ID out. Traffic injection, ID equals 3099, which is from the ad examples. But I'm going to only post this link that I generate here to this classified ad site. So every time a click comes in, I'll know it was from Joe's Classifieds, because this thing, when I say generate, it will generate a unique URL to Joe's Classifieds, right? So if I go to the J's down here, way down, probably number 3, I can find it, right? See that? HIJ. I can even search too, or sorry, John's Classifieds. So this link, when it's clicked on, click, will go to this page, through here, to here, but it'll say Joe's Classifieds, which means if I only post that link to that site, every single click on it has to come from that classified ad site. I've marked it, I've named it. Can you do this for every site? Sure you can. You can do it for every single site. Now, does it take work? Of course it does. Do you have to do it? No. You could say, this is my safe list link, and just use it in all the safe lists. That way you know, oh, well, but which one did it come from? Usually you can it will show in the referral link. But you don't need the referral link. All you have to do is give that link a name. And how do you know? Well, you go up in here into your ad tracker, right there, click on it, and guess what? Do you see how it says John's Classifieds? That was the click that I just made. Isn't that cool? So you now know, wow, this could be the name of the product. And then you could have a hyphen and say, classified 1, C1, and then you just write it down on paper saying C1 is this site, that kind of a thing. Okay? That's the value of the tracking, but there's one more really important thing. This is so huge. If you're not paying attention, wake up. This is for search engine optimization also. Say you posted a bunch of JVZoo links. Your links all over the net, classified ad boards, blogs, posts, articles, blah, 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 over a 5-year period. They get the backlink. They get the love from Google. But if you cloak it, it's got your URL on it. All the postings are your URL, not this one. Everybody comes through this doorway to go there. So think of your website as a doorway, a portal. That's why you need a website. There are companies out there that are reaping the rewards of offering you free trackers. They even charge you for trackers. They're the ones getting all the backlinks. People are like, yeah, this is great. They give me a URL for anything, and I'm so happy. And you're like, yeah, but you're posting their links everywhere. Oh, but they're giving me tracking and everything. It's like, yeah, but it's not going off your property, your portal, your domain name. You see what I'm saying? 27th year we're in now for this 1, 2, 3. We've got 50 reasons that we've been in business for so long because of this type of a thing. Every single thing you do should relate back to your site, not somebody else's. Okay? So that's just one enormous value of having your own tracker, right? It's built into your site. Nobody else has control over it. You do. Okay? So that's why, that's what it does, that's the function, and that's the reason. You can do as many as you want. Okay? So those are the reasons. Now, I wanted to offer a couple of promotion tips for you folks. Okay, this is important. Just some tips where I go to the ad examples here, and I've seen this over and over and over again, and I understand it. Right? When you go, I'm going to just hit the refresh here. When you go to promote at a traffic exchange, okay, so you go to an exchange and it says, put your URL in. Okay, so this is your URL. Hopefully you track it. And you assign 1,000 credits to it, meaning 1,000 clicks to it. And then you leave. You can come back a month later and maybe it's down to 10 left or something, right? The value of exchange clicks are about 10% the value of a safe list mailing. Okay, so we're going to call that safe list because this requires work. You have to go in here, you put in a title, right? Just like the ad examples. So if you go to the ad examples over here, you've got title, message, URL. Title, message, URL. And then you hit submit. Boink. And it goes out to, let's just say it goes out to 500 people on the safe list, and they click and earn credits and all that stuff, and then you get clicks. The reason that this is so favorable is because, you see this? I'm going to try to draw it nicely. This is a lazy boy. Sitting there at his feet. Let's have a beer. Because you know what I did? I got my beer right here. Just a little couple bubbles coming out of it. See that? What are you doing, Johnny? Oh, I put my link in, gave it some credits, and that's it. I did that I did that to 5 sites. Oh, what are you doing now? I'm busy. I'm having a beer. The safe list guy, this is the safe list guy. You see this? This is running. I'm going to show you. This is running. This guy's running right now. He's like, whew, I'm out of breath. Why? Because every day he's got to post. He's probably got 10 safe lists. This one you can post to today, that one tomorrow, this one, So this guy's always moving. Doesn't have time to sit around. Why? Because these are 90% better clicks. The value of the clicks are really high in a safe list. But it requires work. Because every day you got to go in and do this and then put banners in and all that. This guy says, oh, I put a couple banners in too. And they're just sitting there. I gave him some credits. Great, that's good. Do that. But you also have to do the mailings. And I can't tell you how many thousands of people send me in their ad tracker, and I go, great. Do you have any mailings? Have you sent anything to any safe list ever? And they're every time, no. And no means I'm not doing the work. I sent out a couple. It didn't work. We have to send out 100. Let's talk about Linda. Let's talk about the names on this board here. Do you see this? The top promoters. These people. Do you know how many postings? I don't even need to read their names. They've done 1,000, 10,000 a year. Okay, that gives you an idea of what these people are doing. They're pounding these things out. The strong are the ones that make the sales by generating the leads. Okay, that's just the way it works. Right? Okay, so that's my big promotion tip is work. And quick story, a buddy of mine that I went to high school with, he always laughed at his dad. We go over there, before going play. I used to play ball hockey all the time. And his dad was a retired. And they had a beautiful home, car, everything's paid for. It was awesome. And he always looked at me and he said, I'm never going to be like that. I said, what do you mean? He says, well, my father says, work, work, and then work some more. And he says, that's the old way, and I'm going to do it. I've got a different way. And I said, oh, well, I think you do have to work. You got to get up in the morning and work. That's just the way it is. No. You know where this guy is right now? He's a complete loser. He's over 50. He's my age. He's 55. He's zero. Garbage. Useless. Why? Because he kept thinking that there was another way, an easy way. Well, there isn't. So you got to work hard. It takes time. You got to promote and promote and promote. And then when you're not promoting, promote. That's just the way it works. Okay, so you generate leads that way. How do you access those bootcamp lessons? Well, they're up here under Bootcamp Training. So start training here is the same as start here. Try to use the word start. Bootcamp lesson summary. This will take a minute to load because I preload the lessons for you just to read them. So let this page load. Just, it takes, 20, 30 seconds. But what it does is I like it because you can click on read lesson and it will expand. So what you see is the other menu will come up and you can scroll down and you could just, on your own time, you could just read, see if this lesson interests you, and then you can change to it if you want. Okay, so, and once the page loads, it's all set. You can say, oh, Sales Center, what is that? Oh, okay, look down and see it. Click on that again and it'll go back up. Okay? And yeah, Brian has been with us for over 20 years, and getting back to this promotion thing, the reason that so many people don't make it, it's this right here. It's hard work, but it's consistent. You can do it. And another quick story, Sandy Hunter and I wrote a book years ago, and we paid $5,000 to have it published and bound. We sold it for $7. People ordered it. We had to stick it in an envelope. We had to put a stamp on it. All of these things. And we made like $1 on every book. We never paid the $5,000. We never profited. We never made a nickel. Back in 1994, 95. I think it was actually 93 we did it. Anyways, just to give you a point, you can make $20 in commission without doing anything more than just promoting and generating leads and making a sale. We didn't make $20 in a year selling this book. We didn't. We stuffed these things in envelopes for a year. Boxes and boxes of these books. It never broke even. So it's possible, but it takes hard work. If you have money to advertise, this comes up a lot. What do you spend the money on? One of the lessons in here is just that. It talks about what you can. If you have money in your budget, what can you spend on it? Down in here somewhere. I'm going to save you the time because I can explain it to you. If you look at this picture here quickly, before I erase it, you'll notice there's safe lists on there. What I like to spend money on and what I have spent money on are upgrading in traffic exchanges and safe lists. So you have your traffic exchanges here and safe lists. Okay, so if you're going to put money into it, the number one thing would be to upgrade to their higher upgrade. It's not a G, it's a D. Upgrade, because in both of these cases, when they send you emails out and you click on them, you get a higher level of credits for clicking on things. So if you're a free member in a safe list and you click on a link, you get maybe 10 credits. If you're an upgraded member, you might get 100. And they give you an infusion of credits every month. Okay, so upgrading, which one? I'm never going to say that. You pick. You pick. You find there. We have the promo code center, right? up here. So if you click on these areas here, you can look through these things. There's, of course, our top safe lists, top traffic exchanges, promo code center. Okay, these are just sources of sites. It's totally up to you, but I'm telling you the upgrades are good if you can swing it. 2, solo ads. You can get these through places like Herculist, under ad examples. So if you click on ad examples up here, there's an area for solo ads. Again, I'm not going to say you have to do this, but you can get all kinds of good stuff from these sites. They're here for that reason. Okay, so solo ads are fantastic because in safe lists, excuse me, they will send out your solo to the whole membership, and they will offer people sometimes 500 credits to click on it. Okay, there's also solo ads that are just pure solo ads, where they're big lists and things like that, where you can tap into those. 3, login ads. These are ads. Oh, I love these. You know, who does this? It keeps coming up. It's like, leave me alone, man. I'm using the site. Oh, man. So login ads. Okay, these are huge because every time somebody logs in, they're shown a login ad. So if I went to a place, for example, if I go here to traffic streams, just as an example, I'll show you if you go to a Herculist here, say I just click on the join just to go in here, and it will come up and say I say log in. A login ad looks just like this. So it'll come in and I will click on fill that and then make sure I'm not a robot and then log in. It will usually bring up an ad of some sort. Okay, so those are valuable because you can see, comes right up. It says, do you want a login spot? Click here. There's, you know, pop-ups, everything like that. Okay, so these are really good. I'm just going to close that off. Okay, so login ads are really good too. And then there's just buying credits. You can purchase credits for banner ads, things of that nature. 5, classified ads. Just like you saw there, that classy ads, you know, classifieds. Facebook ads are great. You know, there's nothing wrong with Facebook ads. I don't use them, but they're there. Facebook's pretty powerful. Okay, but those are great. Of course, we have our diamond rotator, traffic blasters. Many of you have those as bonuses and things, but they're there too. I would rather talk about other sites than our advertising stuff, and the only reason is because we have great business dealings with dozens of safe lists, dozens of safe traffic exchanges, and you know, go there, go and find sites that you like. And if you have a problem, like say you say, I don't know about this site, just fill out a support ticket, and if I know anything about it, I'll let you know. Okay? So Sean says Facebook kicked me off. The idea with Facebook definitely is don't try to post too many ads there. You're better off paying if you can afford it. Like I said, this whole slide here is about if you have dough, if you've got money. Okay, so if you've got money, this is what you can do. Okay? Exactly, Brian. That's exactly right. Okay, so there you go with that. How do you get your bonuses? Lesson 3. Get to lesson 3 right here and read the lesson, and you'll get your bonuses. It tells you exactly how. Okay. The birthday special ends August 31st. Just as a reminder, and what is it? It's an upgrade to our Platinum VIP membership. It's a prepay for 1. I believe Sandy's offering 2 years, maybe up to 2 years now. Okay. And yeah, Sandy gave me a good idea there. I should let you know that you can get a lot of free promotion, again, through the promo code center. So it's under freebies here, or it's under the advanced menu. There's got to be, I don't know, $600-700 right there of free. All these credits just for putting promo codes in. These are your promo codes. These are the sites. You just click on List Genie Pro. I signed up to one. I love it. Most of these sites, the administrators, owners are top of the line people. You will find no finer, honest people on earth than the people that these sites are run by. So you don't have to worry if you want to upgrade any of those sites, go for it. Totally worth it. Back to the Platinum upgrade, it includes Graphic Studio, Autoresponder, Superstore, Sales Manager, incredible stuff. And the big one, of course, is we double commissions that we pay out for you. Advanced Ad Tracker, 18 traffic injections as opposed to 5 per month, which is awesome. If you are interested, if you have the money, contact support, and our president, Sandy Hunter, will send you a quote based on your account. That's why we don't have an upgrade button, okay? Because everybody's different. Some of you may have purchased on Autoresponder, so we're going to reduce. Some of you have purchased these things, so we reduce and change and all that good stuff. Some of you been with us for years, so Sandy takes that into account and provides you a quote for you. Okay. So there you go, 1 to 2 years. No, Habib, those are one time only for promo codes. You can't reuse them over and over again. That's just the way it is. They're to entice you to log in and sign up and join. That's what the owner of the site does, so that you have, you get a little something for joining. Are there any questions from anyone? Have I missed anyone? Let me check here. Let's scroll up. Yeah, Bruce Ray, that's a good point. A lot of people that are in the associate program, they might be associates for several months before they upgrade. Just be patient with people. The whole idea here is free. To join our program at the associate level, I mean, they don't get a domain, they don't get hosting, they don't get anything like that. They don't get any tools. They don't get any training other than a tour video saying, here's what you get. They also can earn 5% commission. So many of them they upgrade, but it takes time. Some of them come in. One guy signed up and just upgraded, and I've never heard of him. It happened last week. I want to take some time, though, to say a huge thank you again to Linda and Brian, Linda Elsie and Brian Armstrong, for their constant dedication to the Monitor program. We're the only site, I believe we're the only website in existence that has this. And I'm not talking about, I'm talking about airline companies, you name it, Amazon. No one has live, continuous support to a group. Like a group chat, group video, it's like we're broadcasting all the time and helping people. So the people that are running the show, taking care of the training and the maintenance and everything of everything are Linda and Brian. So thank you to them. And a bigger thank you to the list of monitors that are actually doing the monitoring, including, of course, Linda and Brian. And I know this says by hours, that if you can put an hour in, that's great. You don't have to have 100 hours a month, okay? Of course, it's amazing, 146 hours, the guy that lives in there. So, Raj, Annette, Earl, Rial, Steed, Ivy, Brian, I mean, that's awesome. And you folks are the reason for these enormous sales that we're having. We're now going into 17, 18 months of incredible sales. So, you know, really is incredible. And it all starts with just generating leads by promoting and promoting and promoting. Don't promote products. Promote free. The whole idea is you're building a list of associates that you can then send products to. Okay, and that's through your way up in here, your prospect manager. Okay, and I've covered the prospect manager so many times, but what I want you to understand from it is that that's where you then send products out for your affiliate links, for example, things like that. Okay, there's just so many things with Worldprofit. Okay, but the big thing is you generate the lead in the form of an associate. Then you send them things like products, like you know, stuff you're selling, your network marketing company. That's when you send it, after you've generated the lead. That's when you send them ClickBank. Here's my ClickBank store. Bang, out it goes. Many of them will say, where did you get that? How do you have a store on your site? Well, I'm a Worldprofit Silver or Platinum member. Oh, well, oh yeah, that's right, I'm an associate. Well, log in and go through the process. Okay, so huge, just very, very important. Okay? Are there any other questions? Yeah, you know, and you're right, Earl, there's a lot of stuff here, but what we do is we're filtering out people that are kind of looking for that quick buck. You know, they just come in and they go, oh, this looks like a business here. Yeah, it is a business platform. They just poof, I'm going to the next thing. And we don't want them. We really don't. We want people that are coming in that want to start a business or bring their other businesses into a system with a process that works with support and everything like that. So that's what we're interested in. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to sign off. I'm going to wish everybody a great weekend. Looks like Tony says, so people listen to the prospect manager. Yeah, that's correct. You can promote anything you want to them. Just make sure you watch the help videos in these sections. Okay, or okay, if you have a problem, no problem. Just fill a support ticket. Okay, so everybody enjoy your weekend. Summer, we got another couple weeks of summer left, but I'm not even going to say the fall selling season's coming, because it's not. It's like we're always in selling season, so have at it. Okay, thanks a lot to everybody.